Hello, my name is Sophie Maignan. I work in the library at Ringwood School. I've got 4 days left. I've actually resigned a few weeks back, and the reason is I'm just about to embark on a solo expedition across Iceland. I will be walking from the north coast to the south coast, completely unaided, carrying all my equipment, my water, my food. And this is, obviously you will see the map the wrong way around, but I'm starting in Dalvik, walking down to Akureyri, and that will be the last town before I hit like a desertic area and mountains, volcanoes, lava fields, glaciers. So I will be walking through here all the way down here. Then I will hit an area called Landmannalaugar, which is absolutely amazing for walking, and it's absolutely stunning, very popular with people who like walking in the mountains. And then I will carry down south and make my way all the way down to a big waterfall, 25 meters wide, 60 meters high, called Skogafoss, and that will be my finishing point. People have asked me why, and it's a personal challenge, I guess. It's something that have consumed my life more or less for about 9 to 10 months now. And I just love being in the mountains. I just love being in the mountains. I love being somewhere where there's volcanoes, ice, snow. I have spent a lot of time in the mountains, either on holiday or working. I have climbed volcanoes, in Iceland last year, in Ecuador, in France, an awful lot in France, being my home country. I used to teach skiing. I've done an awful lot of skiing in my life, and I used to teach skiing in France, and I've skied a bit everywhere, like Norway and Canada and places like that. And I guess my other reason for doing it is because I'm supporting 2 charities. The first one is called Olivia Inspires, and it was set up by Olivia's mum and dad, and they started operating about a year ago. And Paula and Nigel are amazing people, and they set up this charity in the memory of their beautiful daughter, Olivia. They help young people from the age of 11 to 18 reach their potential in education, music, arts and sports. And I feel blessed and privileged and so happy to be able to support them and be part of their journey, even if a little bit. It's wonderful that they accepted my help, I guess. And the other charity is Ringwood Food Bank. We support them as a family every month, and I wanted also to support all the volunteers who work and give up their time at the bank. And in that way, that means that I'm also supporting people and families around Ringwood and the New Forest. So like Olivia Inspires, which works basically with all the schools, all the secondary schools around the New Forest. I think it's an amazing thing to do, to just be able to help people around the area where we live. I just cannot fathom, today that people still go hungry. It should never happen. So this is why I'm doing it. The terrain, I mentioned a bit, talking about the route, what sort of sceneries I'm going to see. It's going to be pretty amazing. It's going to be tricky. It's going to be difficult. And yeah, I will be exhausted at the end of each day. It could be dangerous, but we're not going to go there. We're going to stay positive and everything will be all right. The weather can be really challenging. Even in the middle of July, I could be caught in a snowstorm. Again, we're going to stay positive and it's not going to happen. Right, so in terms of my equipment, walking boots, hard shell, very, very comfortable. Walking like trekking poles that I'm gonna need. I will have rivers to wade across, so taking neoprene shoes. Lots of merino wool items, so like socks and leggings and hat and gloves. I've got things like that that are filled with down feathers. I've got waterproof trousers. I'm taking 3 or 4 maybe merino wool long sleeve tops and a couple of short sleeve ones. I'm taking gaiters, that's the one I had in Nepal. Sleeping bag, I can use it at temperatures down to -20. That's the sleeping bag I also took to Nepal in December and January of 96-97, so it's quite a while ago, but it's still in perfect condition. And I can't use it in Europe because it's too warm. I've got this amazing rainproof jacket here, very light, sorry about my fingers in front of the screen, and a down jacket. Rucksack, absolutely brilliant system. So it's empty at the moment, but it's 62 litre rucksack. It's got its own rain cover. It's got an anti-gravity system, and the mesh here will stop my back from getting very sweaty and subsequently cold if it's windy, which will happen a lot in the mountains and just generally speaking in Iceland. Maps, I don't know if I'm taking the book, but I'm doing a lot of reading. Swimming costume to use the hot springs, towel, water bottle, that's the one I took to Nepal as well. What I would do is fill it in with hot water in the evening, use it as a hot water bottle, and when the water was cold the following day I would use it while I was trekking. Camera equipment, well obviously I'll have the iPhone that I'm using to make this video. I'm taking my beloved X-T2, it's a Fujifilm X-T2. It's a mirrorless digital camera, it's absolutely amazing. And I've got a battery grip here, and therefore it means that I've got 3 batteries. So I've got 2 here and 1 in the camera. I've got a wide angle on it, and I'm taking my big lens here, but unfortunately I've got to leave the rest of my equipment here at home because otherwise it will be too much. Some of the items will be in their own compression bags. So for example, this jacket will be about that big when it's in a compression bag. My sleeping bag will be in its own compression bag as well, and will be about that big, I reckon. I'm taking things like that. So obviously I'll have like first aid kit and that. I've got a really tiny wash bag with toothbrush, soap bar, a shampoo bar, some tablets, like they're toothpaste tablets. I mean, I've got so little in that bag, but I can't take any luxuries really. And just very briefly, stove kit, handheld GPS, a foldable solar panel that I will attach to the back of my rucksack. It will recharge, well, hopefully during the day, and I can recharge my phone and things like that in the evening. A water bladder that will fit nicely at the back of inside my rucksack towards the back. Air mat. And obviously I've got to think about the food to take on the trek. So I will have to add more things. I mean, I've got also a Garmin watch here that again is brilliant. I leave the UK on June 26th. I've got 3 weeks to just enjoy myself. I'm going to go to an erupting fissure volcano that's been erupting since March 19th. So I will go to that. That will be my first walk to get there, take photos at night and things like that. And then I will travel for nearly 3 weeks after seeing the volcano. And I'm hoping to start the solo expedition on July 14th, quite fitting for a French person. And I've got no idea, but I think it will probably take me 3 weeks. It will be pretty much complete isolation, loneliness, solitude, and it will be physically challenging, but also mentally challenging. I have never spent 3 weeks completely on my own anywhere in the world. So I've never been away from my partner of 24 years and our son, who will be 20 just before I leave. I've never been that long away from them. So again, that will be a bit difficult. Well, that will be very difficult, but I'm determined to make it work. And I will be days and days without connection, meaning that I won't even be able to contact them, or if they want to call me or send me a message to see, to make sure that I'm safe, they won't be able to, well, they will be able to send it, but I won't be able to receive their messages until I hit a spot where there's internet connection. So yeah, so I reckon maybe 3 weeks. It's not a race. If it takes me 4 weeks, as long as I've got enough food and I can find water, then I'll be absolutely fine. And then when I get down to Skogafoss, the big waterfall, I will carry on traveling. I'll take a few days off and then I'll just carry on traveling for 4 to 5 weeks, depending how long the expedition takes me. And yeah, then I'll fly back to the UK on September the 11th to go to the Isle of Wight Music Festival that's been cancelled twice. So here we go. Here's my little story for the next few weeks, 11 weeks. Yeah, keep safe. I'll try my very best to keep safe and to complete this expedition. And yeah, have a great summer and see you sometimes in September. Thanks for listening. Bye.